Welcome to Replay, everyone. Andrew Reiner here with another awesome episode. You're going to love the ending, by the way. We're revisiting something that you really wanted to see more of. I got Joe Joby here.
Hey, that's me.
Kyle Hilliard.
Hi.
And Leo Vader.
Thank you.
Take a look at Game of Thrones. This is a video game adaptation of the television series that is not done by Telltale Games.
Yeah, I think the subtitle of the game is actually Game of Thrones : No, not the Telltale one.
Right. This predated that. Joe, you did the review for us. It's
did.
an RPG, open world RPG.
It's sort of like a, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like Dragon Age was on console, a little like that.
This is better than Witcher 3, right? That's what your review said.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's that good.
Like 4 years before Witcher 3 came out.
It may have been better than Witcher 3 was at that time.
You were predicting.
But yeah, this is. I remember. So when I had played this, I hadn't actually seen much of the show because I think the show is only through its first season.
You ever been to the Riverlands?
Not personally, no. Have you?
How about the Stormlands?
I hear they're nice this time of year. Yeah, so like one story that I remember from this game though, because like this came out right at the time I think the first season of the show was ending or sort of around then, because like there's no way that you turn a game around that fast.
Right.
Even a game as shoddy as this one, which spoiler alert, this game is not well put together. But like they would already been working on it, but because the show got so popular, then they started working with like licensing on the show to make it tie in a little more with some of the like characters and visuals. So like you just saw George Mormon there, like they put him in the actual like actor from the show.
That's all you need.
Yeah. So they got character licenses for like a lot of the actors.
No, that's what's funny. They got him for 3.
Oh. All right.
So it's like they have Cersei, they have George Mormon, and they have Varys the spider.
The 3 most popular Game of Thrones characters.
But
Like
like
Cersei, though, that's cool.
Cersei's
They called
cool.
them the Big Three.
except for Cersei, I think they got her likeness, but not her voice.
She's voiced by George R.R. Martin.
And he's in here too. Actually, they have not his voice, but he plays a maester later in the game. Like
Maester Martin?
Exactly. His character model is George R.R. Martin.
You know who'd be a good Maester?
Who?
Leo Vader.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Maester Vader.
How would you introduce yourself to people, Leo?
Hello, I'm Maester Vader.
Pretty much.
Nailed it.
They would just say what, not because they thought you said masturbator, because it just doesn't make any sense.
They'd be like, Maester's not
They'd
a
be
word.
like, excuse me?
Okay.
So is this
here's
like
the Emperor?
Is this concurrent with like the Game of Thrones story?
Yeah, so it's
not a
concurrent.
prequel
it's
or
concurrent
anything?
with the first book and the first season of the show, which is partially what makes it weird too, because you spend like this character's a ranger up at the wall, right? You spend a ton of time up north, but you never see Jon Snow because they didn't get his likeness.
Yeah.
So he's just not there. It's real weird.
Not gonna lie, this looks pretty good right now.
Okay, well,
I don't know. I think he that guy with the hood. I think we fought him in 2 worlds. That guy's name is almost Gerald. It's so close.
All your attempts are in vain.
Oh, man.
You know I'll end up taking
I'm getting some flashbacks watching this here, guys. Because like, so scenes like this remind me that this game is just this technical show where it's like characters' mouths will just flap sometimes with nothing happening, and they'll like walk through doors in cutscenes. Yeah.
Just random growling from nothing there.
Yeah. Well, so that's his dog.
Oh,
So
that is from Ghostbusters.
is it fair, Kyle?
Gozer?
No, the dog's from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Gozer, right?
No, Gozer's the.
Gozer's the big bad thing.
Yeah.
Let's just say the dog's name is Gozer.
This show takes place in present day.
Yeah. So like the show and the books, like the game follows 2 main perspective characters. One of them is Mors, this ranger, and the other one is a priest, like the red priest.
Landed Knight. What?
I don't
Are you
know.
picking your class or whatever?
Yeah, I don't remember what any of this is.
Magna.
Let's do
That guy
that.
looks
That's a good
pretty cool.
Pokemon.
He's like Kratos.
All right, let's put it all in strength.
Hey, Leo,
That's
you
smart.
calling out present day made me realize, like, how dumb is the Star Wars a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
Wait,
Yeah.
why is
It's
that
pretty dumb, right?
I love
I
it.
mean, I like that it's, like, far away, but, like, the whole long time ago.
I love it. It establishes.
You
It
don't
makes
need
it
that.
feel like it's something that actually happened, even though there's, I'm guessing that it didn't. I'm assuming, right, that it didn't really happen, but it makes it feel like it did.
It's a historical work.
I like it.
I'm with Kyle.
Yeah. For
But
once.
it's, I mean, you got to agree, though. It's pretty dumb.
No, we're disagreeing
No.
adamantly.
You guys totally...
So we're all on the
saying
same
no,
page.
We're on the
You
same
gotta-
page.
you
That's
gotta
what I'm
say
hearing.
yes.
Joe's right. We're on the same page. What are we doing here?
I don't
you got
even-
rid of bad leader?
I don't know. I'm just getting this done.
Look,
What are your weaknesses? Being a bad leader? What are your
That's
strengths?
actually a
being
pretty-
a born leader?
a pretty good answer to that question. What are your weaknesses? Being a bad leader. I'm weak at being a bad leader.
Yeah, that's right.
Leech?
That's a very smart job interview
I get
answer.
it. Okay, yeah. So it's basically, in D&D terms, it would be like you're sort of taking.
Oh, my God.
Taking
This
like
is the first thing you do?
yeah, it's like you're taking feats, but then also kind of taking like liabilities.
Ambidextrous.
It's like for every good thing I take, I have to give myself a bad thing to balance it out.
So
I
you're
like
getting
that.
you're getting rid of psychopath?
No, I am like I gave myself enhanced parry, but because of that,
Oh.
I also have to be a psychopath.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything.
Can you be ambidextrous? Oh.
Actually, yeah.
You
Here,
should
let's,
make a
'cause it-
character who's got every strength and every weakness.
let's do it. I like the way Leo's thinking. Oh,
that's
they
all you
don't
can
let me
do.
do it. Okay,
Okay.
well,
Oh, well, add some weaknesses.
we'll do this. I need 3.
Asthmatic. That's pretty.
I have
like that.
gout and I'm allergic. Okay,
There we go.
there we go. I like
all
where
have
we're at.
gout.
Inattentive. I like that.
So what would you say is your biggest weakness? I have gout.
Doubt? No, gout.
No, the disease.
I'll show you.
There's a line like that in The Office, like the British version where Ricky
The good
Gervais, the
version.
boss, is like,
They're
here
both
here
good.
under weaknesses you have listed eczema.
Castle Black. Nothing's changed since the day we arrived.
How do you know? You haven't even gone in.
Years. Remember, Morris? We were so strong.
Wait, are they friends now? Oh, hello.
At the time I believed in the mission of the
Hi, just pass it through.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Yeah.
never thought you would betray us. Aye, well, you've always had a knack. for
That is a laughing animation.
Jorald is a funny name, Kyle.
and you
Gorald.
It makes fantasy writing seem very easy that you can just
Just change a vowel.
It's me. I never think of the consequences. All I do is give.
We're gonna start calling you Luo now, Leo.
What's your name? Walter? No, Walder.
Walder.
Yeah.
Leo's already got the fantasy last name, I feel like. Vader.
Gorald knows how to
yeah, from a
convey
long
his
time
tracks
ago.
and isn't half bad with the sword.
In the Galaxy
I've
Far
known
Forward.
you for 15 years, but I still had just a shred of hope that I'd give you and your damn dog.
So what's the setup here?
I don't remember exactly that. Like,
I mean, we're at the wall.
Someone betrayed somebody.
so the structure of the game is you sort of jump from chapter to chapter between the two main characters, and
And you have gout.
you have gout and you're allergic, but you're a good leader. And yeah, so it's like eventually towards the end of the game, the two stories converge, and they're like the two dudes are like working together. But for a long time, it's just sort of they seem sort of like separate tales. It's also so I went back and read my old review of this, and I talk about.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 6, which seems generous based on my recollection of it. I mean,
Yeah.
like the kindest thing I can say about it is that it's like it is possible to finish. You can get from point A to point B.
What about how they say the words from the show?
Yeah, and now they have similar names to characters in the show.
You know, I think we skipped over pretty quickly, but the theme song also played
Right.
at the
Oh,
start
yeah.
screen.
Yeah,
That's
that's
That
four
probably
points
bumped it
right
up
there.
a couple points.
Yeah. So, like the thing that I in my review called out was like, hey, it's set in the Game of Thrones world or the Song of Ice and Fire world, so it's like if you like that, this might be worth diving into. But I can remember absolutely nothing about the way because I talk about the review mentions like, hey, some cool plot twists, and it's like I remember none of those.
Okay, so according to the manual, This is the prologue. Strife grows in River Spring,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
the seat of House Sarwick, as the aged Lord Reynard Sarwick lies ill with his only daughter to govern the interests of the town, its people, and the surrounding lands. Far to the north, the Night's Watch is stretched even thinner as another brother has fled their ranks.
Got it.
What?
It all makes sense. So you're committed to the Night's Watch, Joe? You decided?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, is this an actual line from the book? The Game of Thrones is in play, and only the winners survive?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure Jon Snow said that at one point.
I did pull a quote from the books in my review where it's something along the lines of like, better to mock the game than play and lose, which is really apt for this particular game. I think it's better to just make fun of it.
That's what the developers wanted.
Yeah, developed by Cyanide, which is a French studio, I believe.
I'm actually going to read some of Joe's review.
Uh-oh.
Because it's always great to hear someone else read your review out loud.
Yeah, and it's not like, 6-year-old reviews.
Other games that
always
hit at
feel
that
great.
time, by the way, in this issue, Ghost Recon Future Soldier got a 7.5. Walking Dead Episode 1 from Telltale, A New Day,
yeah.
8.25. Who would have thought that a
debut
page
of that.
later, they would be doing a Game of Thrones game? Max Payne 3, a 9.25.
That's a good game.
That's a great game,
Yeah.
according to me.
6
Joe,
years ago.
as he said, gave it a 6. Starhawk, remember that? 7.5.
Oh, barely.
Is there fighting in this game? Like when you press square, do you swing a sword?
Yes.
Sort of. I think it's maybe like.
Sort of.
Well, no, like I said.
Sword of.
Sword of. Yep.
All right, let's just move on.
All right. No, it's kind of like, I think it's kind of like Dragon Age or maybe like KOTOR. It's got a little more of an action queue system rather than,
Okay.
press a button and make it happen. Oh, this is boring. Can we skip this? Okay.
There we go.
Whoa.
This is how I
What?
watch the show,
What's the
actually.
lore? Oh, you get choice.
Yeah, it gives you a few choices.
Kill Mormont.
That gets taken care of on its own, Kyle.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to do it.
You know what? I like that show a lot. I don't remember that character at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I? Was he important?
Yeah, he was pretty important.
Okay.
All right, you ready for some of your review?
Yes. I think it's good.
At its worst, Game of Thrones is difficult to tolerate, but the burden of its many problems isn't enough to render the experience worthless.
Okay.
Burden of its many problems.
There we go.
That'd be a good trailer quote, not worthless.
I think
Game
that's
Informer.
a Metallica lyric.
You could tolerate it.
The burden of the many problems. For those already familiar with the franchise, the story of Moors and Alistair is consistent with the world and provides insight into events beyond the reach of the regular series cast.
All right.
However, you must be a forgiving and devoted fan to enjoy the best that this game has to offer.
Jorald is an instant fan favorite.
Otherwise, you're better off following the words of Gina Lannister. Who's Gina?
She's the Lannister.
Jenna?
I think it's
Jenna
Jenna
Lannister?
or Genna. Yeah.
Better to mock the game than to play and lose. There it is.
There we go.
QTE. QTE.
Yes.
QTE.
6-axis.
Do I get to do it? Oh no, he just does it. Okay.
Oh.
The crows didn't care for that. They
What happened?
taking the head off the model would be too complicated, so they just
Too graphic.
simulated it.
So another thing that strikes me as kind of funny, Kyle, are you into this series at all?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Okay.
I like the show, but I don't remember characters like Mormont.
No, that's all right. So it's like one thing that I remember from reviewing this game that struck me as so weird is that obviously you want to give players cool characters and cool abilities to control. But in the world of Game of Thrones, it's kind of sure, it's got dragons and stuff, but it's people don't have ready access to magical stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty grounded overall.
Yeah. And the only like the things that have the biggest hint of sort of like magical wizardy D&D stuff is the wargs, the shapeshifter or like commune with animal people, and the red priests who have like some weird fire abilities. And it's like this game just latched on to those two mystical things and just refused to let go because they're like, well, those are the two characters you are. Then you're a warg and you're a red priest and you shoot fireballs and all this other stuff where it's like other people just don't.
If there was a person that could shoot fireballs in Game of Thrones, like that person would be a major threat.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog following you?
You do.
It was funny in Game of Thrones when they're like laughing off like warlocks being obsessed with like magic, but then they actually have magical abilities. Like if there's a chance of actually getting magical abilities, I'm going to devote my whole life to that.
Exactly.
So it's like Fable 2 then. You just got a dog with you at all times?
I think Moore's does, yeah.
That's
cool.
pretty neat, yeah.
This game's good.
Yeah, I like it.
This is a good game.
The presence of a dog makes this good?
Yeah.
Joe, bump the score up a couple.
You can't hurt your watchman.
Well, I want to fight someone and Gorl's dead.
Well, there you go.
Oh, take his pouch.
They did take his head off.
Get it.
Oh, good for them.
All right.
Oh, you gotta.
That's just for anyone.
Hey,
if you need it, just put it back when you're done. Is all we ask.
By the way, if you're going to behead someone,
Uh-huh.
you got to give them a haircut first. Make sure they look good,
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
because then you can display that
Yeah,
head.
you're gonna put it on a spike.
Exactly.
Oh, you guys are right.
Wouldn't you want him to look bad?
No.
Be
You
like,
wanna
look at this ugly idiot. He was so ugly, I cut his head off.
No, look, he's handsome, and I still killed him.
Yeah, it's like,
You
Yeah.
said it couldn't be done.
Can I go in there? Okay.
oh man, loading.
Yeah.
So it's like Elder Scrolls.
The presence of loading.
Yep. So we've basically, Game of Thrones is like The Witcher 3 meets Elder Scrolls.
Because loading. All right.
Yep.
With
And-
one of the most popular
Me-
properties of
meets-
all time.
Meets Fable.
Gerald of Rivia is in it.
Yep.
Okay. and when you press a button, do actions occur?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of the best games ever made then.
What's hanging up there?
I wouldn't count on the things you want to happen when you when you press the button.
Oh,
What
so
is
it's
up
really
there?
being innovative. That's neat.
Yeah, why would you hang it that high?
So dog can't get it.
Yeah, and the bears and the
Or a
crows.
human?
Or a human.
Well, the right humans can get it. You don't want the short ones
I guess
getting
there's
it.
ladders everywhere.
They can starve.
Yeah, like the mountain could get it if he wanted.
What's our mission?
I don't know. I think it's out here. I'm following that scroll.
I don't know. That door's glowing pretty
The
bright.
Elder Scroll.
Mm. Come on. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
into Castle Black.
I think so. I think it's just out in the courtyard again.
Can you find the button that makes the big chains swing along the wall? That's fun.
Hey, is that
Yeah.
loading screen, that little icon, is that a peacock or is that the throne?
That's supposed to be the throne.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, you guys.
From what angle?
This is from the bottom up.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of the footprint of the throne. Actually, I guess I'd believe that. Okay, let's find that.
Where'd the scroll go?
I don't know.
Is the arrow pointing north or is that...
Look, you're asking me a lot of questions right now, Reiner.
Why is there coin?
Joe, you're acting like you haven't touched this game in 6 years.
So, Seldar, you were
Look around
there
it.
we go.
He kept a normal last name, at least.
Excited as a virgin.
It's Hank
Is
Hill's
that a Madonna
ancestor.
song?
Scum like you often end up the same way.
How would that song go?
Just listen to him.
Well, she already has Like a Virgin, so it'd be like a sequel song.
Okay. I like that.
Like an
that idea.
experienced person.
Who's had sex a bit, but not a time. Like that, maybe.
That's pretty good. A pair of regular Weird Owls right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and she
Weird Al did that song. Like
Oh,
a-
that's right.
Like a surgeon.
That's right.
Oh
Cut
my
for the very
God.
first time. He was last in his class. Barely passed. Right?
Wow. Nice work, Kyle.
Shut up, Celtigar. I'm here to train you. So show me how a knight.
The lips
wields
don't
his
look
blade.
bad.
At your command.
Yes, they do. As long as we're on the same page.
Well, no,
Same
you're not
page.
factoring in that they have gout.
Oh, you know what? Good
Right.
point. Wait, so everybody has gout?
Well, this guy, his lips have gout.
Oh, wait, we're going to fight somebody.
Yeah,
Heal.
here we go.
What is gout? Can you look it up?
Okay, let's frenzy him.
Oh, your dog's in on this too.
Oh, that's cool.
This is like Dead to Rights.
Is
Remember
the
that
dog
game?
actually doing damage?
Yeah. Okay,
Your
so-
action slots are full, bro.
Yeah. So
This
it's
is
like
totally like
so you do
Dragon
your
Age.
thing, and then you auto attack, and then you have to like keep pulling this up to like queue things up.
And
So
your
you
dog.
see the action queue is going on underneath his portrait up there.
Okay.
Gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis. Half of cases it occurs at the joint at the base of the big toe, but it's always joint related.
so it wouldn't affect your lips at
So
all.
notorious lip disease gout.
How do you think you move your lips, guys? Tiny joints.
Oh, good. Wait, hold
Nope.
on. I don't know if that's a good point.
Oh, are you just killing?
Oh, I'm
people
gonna
now?
frenzy.
Frenzy. Oh, that guy's got an arrow. You should take him out first. Send your dog.
No, I think I'll be all right.
All right.
So this game hit when Game of Thrones was just starting to become super popular.
Exactly.
So a lot of
Yep.
people probably went into this like
I
kick butt. I can't wait to play this.
I guarantee you that this game sold like way more copies than it had any right to. And even then, I don't think it probably did very well.
Joe, I didn't read the books. Did they
Uh-huh.
like describe how many points of damage each guy was doing?
Yeah, well, that's actually one of the things that made it so innovative. You know, is like when a main character gets his head cut off, like everyone in the crowd is like 10,000.
Critical hit.
Yeah.
well, the books are known for three things: George R. R.
Dragon Ball
Martin
Z.
elaborating on meals. Like he talks about food all the time.
a lot of boiled leather also. That's a different thing, not meals.
Yeah.
They don't eat boiled leather.
Okay.
Tyrion's penis
Oh,
is all over the place in those books. It's always out there.
It's
For all to
actually
see.
it's its own narrator character. It's like Tyrion one chapter, Tyrion's penis the next chapter.
And then, yeah,
I couldn't hear
Hit
much
points.
down there.
Yeah.
I heard some sort of muffled threats.
Seems like someone died.
Tyrion's drinking a lot of wine again. I don't feel like moving.
That's one chapter.
You know what I expect from you, Moors. Kragan is leading the Western Patrol.
you skip
He
it.
squandered an opportunity to say, I expected more from you, Moors.
I take the new brothers with me to track down Kragan.
Yeah,
They may still
that's the kind of
smell
writing
some
George R. R. Martin is too
crime
stupid to
that
pull off.
On the other
So-
hand,
You can't skip this text?
Patrick.
Oh yeah, I can skip it. George
Skip
R. R.
it.
Martin collaborated on this to some degree,
towards Castle Black.
but
He is coming,
I
especially to speak
just
to you.
based on the dialogue, I don't think he did any like actual pen to paper writing for it.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably met with the team at Cyanide and was like, "Hey, maybe it would be cool if like I don't know, a Night's Watchman went and did something." And then they're like, "All right, we collaborated with George R. R. Martin. He did the story, everyone."
That counts.
It's like like entrapment. You've been foiled into collaborating.
Okay,
You
so
thought this was just a lunch, you fool.
I like the idea of tricking people into collaboration.
like, yeah, with like a pie. Hey, you want a slice of pie?
Hey, Reiner, can I just pick your brain about this review? Review co-written by Andrew Reiner.
So the big debate among Game of Thrones fans, there's like the camp that's just reads the books,
Okay.
and then there's the people that are watching the show.
Uh-huh.
The show is now ahead of the books
Correct.
in terms of where they're at in the timeline. How much do you think George actually told them about the last couple of
Oh,
books?
all of it.
Because he said like they know how it ends. Like
Mhm.
there's a line from that George, like a quote that George gave out, like, I told him how it ends. But do you think he actually walked him? Because the books are now diverging, or the show is now diverging from the books. There's like people that are alive in the show that are dead in the books.
Yeah,
and
yeah. There's a lot that's different, though. I still think that the show has got to follow some of the major beats or the book has got to follow some of the major beats. I don't think there's any way around some of that.
Like
But-
the finish line will probably be pretty much the same, even if the route to get there was pretty different. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, even some of the routes I think are going to be anyway. The point I guess is actually I don't remember the point. What was the question?
how much of it is known by HBO? Like,
Oh, right.
of how the story concludes.
I feel like the two showrunners, is it Benioff and Weiss?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they just straight up said that like they sat down with Martin and he just laid out the rest of it for them. More than just like, okay, here's the final 10 pages. I think they.
Yeah, I don't think he has any reason to keep it a secret from them.
If
you know?
nothing
But there's
else,
so much of the lore, like he can't keep it straight. Like he has people that he relates or he talks to about like, hey, where is this character at this time? Like for him to sit down and just like, he's probably giving broad strokes. Like
Yeah, well-
Bran turns into one of the dragons.
I'm sure he's not dictating word for word what's going on, but like if from HBO's perspective, like George R. R. Martin is not a young man, right? Like to protect their investment, you'd think a couple of years ago that they would have just been like, look, man, if
Just tell us.
Yeah, and he's probably like, at this point, Tyrion's penis travels to Winterfell.
while Tyrion goes to the Riverlands, it's interesting.
The book gets wild. I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, no, I think they know. I think they know a lot.
And at
Now,
this point, I mean,
whether
they
or not they follow it, though, that's the like. I'm
So
sure that
that's
they've.
going to be like what everybody like when the book does something completely different. People will be like, "Oh, those showrunners, they just took it in a different direction. Like they're the ones to blame."
That could be.
Because George could like see the finale and be like, "You know what? I can make that better."
Yeah, pull a J.K. Rowling. I feel like she does that a lot. Like years after the final Harry Potter book comes out, she's like, maybe Harry and Hermione should have gotten together. Maybe I made a mistake putting her and Ron together.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, Dobby's fate should have been different."
Yeah.
But that
Dobby
doesn't.
should have ended up with Hermione.
But that doesn't change the canon, though. That's just her sort of saying, yeah, that probably could have been done better.
well, no,
She didn't
but
go rewrite that
well, no,
last
but-
chapter of the book.
No, but imagine that George, because the book was already out, Kyle. It's more like,
I just felt that in my heart.
no, it's more like, let's say George R. R. Martin watches the finale
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones as he is, I mean, he is writing book 6 right now, not even 7.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
It's like, let's say he sees the finale and it's like, you know what? That's what I wanted to do, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying the Rowling example is different because she's not changing the canon of Harry Potter based on feedback.
Well, okay, yeah, she's not. But for the people that follow her, suddenly it's like, or things like, what? Dumbledore is gay? Which upset a lot of people, like.
Yeah, those people are dumb.
That one's funny
Full
because it's
door.
like easy points. Like, by the way, that was a really woke book I wrote.
There's a gay character, though it was never specified or
That's
mentioned.
right. I wrote them so normal, you assumed they were straight.
Needed, and take as many with
What if
you.
Tyrion is straight but his penis is gay? How would you write that?
Wow.
That'd be quite the scene.
that's
Classic
great.
internal conflict.
Tanner, I think you need to head to the fan fiction board.
I'm sure that's been explored in depth.
I think it's there. And if not, you can contribute.
But don't let
Count
us know.
banned.
Don't
What
tell us.
happened?
Oh, God, okay.
Count made gold king
But-
of the fan fiction. What?
Part of what's fun about writing is like figuring out where things are going after you create a scene, right? Like that you're always changing things as you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
For him to have to lay everything out, I wonder how much of that he really figured out. Like maybe like
Oh,
the
like ahead of
big,
time?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
big finale, he's had in his mind the whole time and he's been setting those pieces in play, but even then, you might start second guessing yourself or think of something that's better, especially when it takes you like a decade to write one book.
Yeah.
True.
That's why a lot of authors they will say in those situations they're like, oh, I stopped reading theories and stuff like that. Like people who are writing shows with
Yeah.
long term and no, we don't look at the fan theories just because we don't want to be swayed in any particular direction, which
Yeah.
is smart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be fun, though. To read theories about something you wrote.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, the books are better than the show, but hot damn, that show is done very well. Like, excellent casting. I mean, they discovered a lot of talent for that.
Yeah.
They took a lot of chances on young kid actors, and I think they all turned out great.
Yeah.
I think they're all fantastic in their roles, and they fit perfectly.
I'm
But-
pissed Bran got older. Terrible acting.
What do? Do you just
On his
green
part.
screen him and have him, like, for, like, 3 consecutive years, just, like, or just 1 full year, just every line possible?
Yeah.
Just go
Seinfeld
through this
vision
dictionary. Yes, that's right from 30 Rock.
And then just slide in that green screen performance wherever you can.
That'd be great. Or just, like, put him in that Raven. Like, he just speaks.
I don't use my body anymore. I just
That's what that's the Twin Peaks approach, where it's like, oh, we didn't get this actor back, so he's just a blob hanging
teapot.
He's a blob in a tree now.
Right.
Man, Stranger Things though, they're up against it too, right? Like they got to pump those seasons out.
Yeah.
Keep those kids young.
Yeah.
Or just a lot of like, 3 years later, or in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of crazy stuff happened while we were in middle school, huh, guys? Well, let's just keep going.
I feel like they're cranking those out. I mean, what they're doing
Pretty good
a new season a year.
Yeah,
and
and
time
they're-
always passes. So
Yeah,
it's like,
they
that
actually
works.
have time passage of a year.
Yeah,
And Netflix
But if they
is
ever
always
have-
fast with their seasons.
Yeah.
that's true.
If they ever have like a big cliffhanger though, that's when you're like, uh-oh.
Hopefully, yeah. Going back to Harry Potter, hopefully we won't have like one of those Neville Longbottom moments where it's like in one movie he's like this short, pudgy kid, and then like 3 months later he's a lanky, tall one.
Oh, he's a dreamboat now too.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fellow.
Yeah, I don't mean to say he's not. I'm just mean the transformation was drastic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was his trajectory in the books, though. He, became a loser, then became one of the cool guys.
They described him glowing up a lot.
Yeah. He formed the Magic Baywatch.
That's right. The Ministry of Magic Baywatch.
Yeah, no one talks about Magic Baywatch enough when they talk about Harry Potter lore.
I kind of want that story now.
I like the idea that you need to have like lifeguards at the beach in Magic Baywatch just know like 2 spells. So like flotation spell and like make you breathe spell. And they never have to use them because everyone else at the beach already does that
We're
shit.
fine, dude. I also like the
I know the
idea.
flotation one. Wingardium Leviosa.
Hey, look at you.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Classic.
I do like. I also like the idea that it's just like what it's called in the real, non-wizarding world, but just with magic in the front. Magic Baywatch.
That
Magic
reboot would've done
Police.
Okay. All right. Well,
Magic Firemen.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, guys. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think any of us were. It's fine.
You know what?
What?
Let's take a look at another game.
Yes, let's. Hey, so Reiner, do you think you'd ever go back and replay this or play this for the first time?
No.
I think this
I'm
looks
glad I
great.
did see it though. Like, I was always curious about like how this started and all that, and
Well, hello.
yeah, it looks way too slow, way too clunky. It's probably the right idea in terms of design, like kind of doing the Dragon Age type of game, but
Yeah.
oof,
Was that you?
game over.
Game over. The end.
Ba, ba, ba.
Okay, let's look at something else. All right, guys, look.
Hey,
It's
violence in
animated.
movies and
This
sex
is the
on
exact
TV.
opposite of
Those good
Game of Thrones. It's
Batman
upbeat, it's
baddies.
colorful.
60 frames per second.
It's well written.
A theme song that everyone loves.
I do like a theme song. For Family Guy. No problems there.
It's easily the best part.
Oh, look at this. It's actually like the show.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, maybe not just like
Hello
the show.
there, huh? I have a responsibility to my PTV viewers, Brian. And nothing says must-see TV like a 5-day, non-stop Mr. Belvedere marathon.
Does he not have
Say, I
knees?
never really cared for that show. It had kind of a
Good
weird
question.
vibe.
Where are his
This is the one where
knees?
Mr. Belvedere sits on his own nuts.
And there's the weird vibe.
I like that we're already being more respectful of this dialogue than during Game of Thrones.
Well, we might miss a joke.
I broadcast my commands over the fat man's satellite dish. I shall be the most powerful dictator since Dick Cheney.
Timely.
Hilarious.
Why the devil are you dressed like that? No, I'm not.
I think the other day we were talking about
I just
a
don't
joke
understand your need
from
to
Family Guy,
prance
Leo,
around
you and
like a
me,
scoutmaster
You and me.
on Labor
where
Day
they
weekend.
cut to the future,
What the
and it's like a
hell is going on out
classroom,
there?
and when a kid raises his hand and he goes, "So what's the deal with Stewie? Can the family hear him?" And then it just like cuts to credits,
That was a jam.
which I thought that was actually a pretty solid, weird joke.
Me too.
Stewart, your satellite dish.
Kill him.
So we got gameplay now?
Is this where Stewie finally murders Bertram?
Oh, marvelous! I see you
Oh,
started touching
cool.
yourself like
Oh,
you
yes,
learned
this
how to play
seems-
this thing. Well, let's get on with it.
It's kind of funny how they can go from a cutscene that's like, oh yeah, that seems like the show. That has the vibe of the show.
Power-ups to charge my ray gun.
And then I must find enough power-ups to charge my ray gun.
Yeah, that's a joke, I think, right? That's technically a joke.
Kill you.
Shoot Meg.
Oh God, this is so embarrassing.
All your favorites are here.
Stewie, guess what word I'm thinking of right now?
What?
Hey, there's that monkey.
Oh, yeah.
I really wouldn't know.
Hey.
God.
Go on.
When was the
Ah.
last time you guys watched
Hey.
Family
It's
Guy?
not Kitty.
Is it Kitty?
10 minutes before this recording.
Oh, excuse me.
Get out of my
I mean, I fully admit to like when it was kind of getting its resurgence on Adult Swim. Like, because it was on Fox and it got canceled, and then a couple years later they were showing it on Adult Swim, and it kind of like.
But then they bring it back like for new episodes.
That's what I'm
also?
saying. There was
Oh,
this like
okay.
resurgence, and the DVDs sold really well.
Okay.
And then like a year or so later, Fox like renewed it and brought it back.
Oh.
And during that resurgence, when it was on Adult Swim, I watched it a lot, and I was really into it.
My cousins had the DVDs. I watched it a lot
Yeah.
when I was younger at their house.
You guys ever buy DVDs for TV shows anymore?
Reiner,
Reiner, I know you used to do that a lot.
Do what?
Buy DVDs for TV shows.
Oh yeah. I don't do it anymore.
I still
Pretty
have your
rare.
final season of Smallville at home, by the way.
Oh my God. You've had that for like a decade.
Smallville.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years.
By the way, you know the crazy controversy about that show right now?
Yeah.
Oh, like the actress in it?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
her name? Allison Mack?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's like running a sex ring or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Good for her.
They teased it in Smallville a lot.
it's especially weird though because her character in Smallville is so like wholesome girl next door kind of vibe, and then suddenly it's like she's just creepy sex cult recruiter.
Damn! It
Oh.
appears the microwave is disrupting my mind control. I
Man,
need to use
that's-
an indirect method.
That's science right there.
Yeah,
Remember
turn off-
Destroy All Humans? That was a pretty good game too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mind
you guys,
control.
Do you guys remember Majora's Mask? That was a cool game.
I don't.
I
I was at a friend's house and we were scrolling through his PS4 games, and Destroy All Humans and Detroit Become Human were right next to each other.
Destroy all Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, Destroy Become Humans.
What are these jokes I'm looking at, by the way? A squid and a.
I feel like those have just got to be in jokes from the show that they're like shoehorning in here,
I
right?
don't think so. I don't know.
That was the best part about Simpsons Hit and Run.
Because like why this is so why would you mind control Lois and then just do chores?
It's fun, dude.
What am I supposed to do with
You're
this?
supposed to scare the Brian, the dog.
He didn't like this.
Yeah. So, are you trying to get him to go somewhere or something?
Oh, poor Brian.
I like Brian.
Lois, this is not funny.
Were you sad when he died?
Is he permanently dead in the show?
No, I think they brought
It's
him
not
back
cool.
at the end of the episode or at the next episode.
Wait, they did? Really?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
I must find a way to
I thought that they made a big deal out of actually like killing him.
Oh, they
off.
definitely did.
Sweet tan.
And then they just brought him back. Was that the joke?
Right,
Oh, can you ride that?
I think. Or it's his brother or something. Let me find
Oh,
out.
we're gonna have combat.
I think that's funny if you're not invested in the show.
How did Brian from
I knew
Family
you
Guy
knew
come
this,
back
but
to
how about
life?
targeting our
Yeah.
enemies with the lock-on feature. It's there for a reason.
Oh, he 2 episodes later, Stewie traveled back in time and saved him.
Oh, cool.
What season are they on?
We should all guess.
And then what's Simpsons at too?
Simpsons is in the late 20s, I think, right?
Yeah, they've got to be at 29 or 30.
I'm gonna guess that Family Guy is on 12.
Any other guesses?
I'd say 14.
Reiner?
11.
They're on 17.
Oh.
The Simpsons currently on season 30.
Hey.
Hey, what about American
so that
Dad?
starts airing later
That's
this year.
late 20s, technically, right?
American Dad, I hope that's canceled. I did not like that show.
That's another show with a good theme song.
My taco's ready.
Sing it.
Is what I got in the
Hold on, give me
Happy there's American Dad.
Lucky there's a man who. No, wait, you got me
Has
there.
a alien
Like
friend.
Good morning,
American
USA.
Dad.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a wonderful day. And then he jumps out of bed. It's good. It's a good theme song.
Stop being a show-off.
Stop knowing songs that I bring up.
Season 13
Of American
wow.
Dad?
American Dad, yes.
Oh, wow. All right. Good on you, Seth MacFarlane.
Now, Cleveland Show.
Oh, Joe, you like this?
Yeah, get him in the crotch though.
Okay, hold on.
You
wait.
blew it. Oh no, he got it in the crotch. Okay, good.
Wait,
good.
what are you.
Oh, that was just a one-off.
I mean, we weren't paying attention, so, like, we can't be blamed too much, but what were you supposed to do there?
Oh, the Cleveland Show was canceled. I missed that.
No.
You missed the show? Because it was canceled, or you
Missed
missed that
that.
it was canceled?
Both.
Why did they cancel the Cleveland Show? People also ask.
I like that touch of the balloons popping.
Finally,
you're
they
allowed.
make sense. Finally, the gliding jump.
Joe, trying to shoot that guy in
explained.
the crotch.
Oh, there's a yeah. What's that? There's a button. Grappling icon is present.
All right.
This is like Spider-Man.
Now what?
Jump on the roof.
Reiner, is this better than that new Spider-Man game?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Well, this one you can play right now, so it's got the leg up, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So as of right now, this is my game of the year.
Release your game, Insomniac. We know it's gone gold.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the
I mean,
balloons pop
this
as you run
actually
out of
has the
time.
voice actors. That Spider-Man game doesn't have Tom Holland in it.
Yeah, wait a second.
They got some like old guy to play Spider-Man.
Even Game of Thrones had some of the right people in it.
That's right. Who's Yuri Lowenthal?
Get Stewie to play him.
Not Seth MacFarlane, Stewie specifically.
I'm not gonna lie, that Orville show that Seth MacFarlane does,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Is it better than the new Star Trek show?
No, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
Like, I was like, okay, it's just gonna be all Seth MacFarlane jokes,
Keep it down up there.
but
If that's
it has some of that, but it actually tackles some pretty serious themes and ends up being a lot like Star Trek, like old school Star Trek.
Hey, is that new Star Trek show? Is that going to be on like normal TV, or is that
No.
on one of their dumb like?
CBS All Access.
The one that Patrick Stewart's coming back
Yeah.
for?
Yeah. Okay.
And they
Can
said
I-
there's going to be more.
Joe, can you sign up for that? And then can I have your
No,
login?
I don't even. I don't care. I don't even if they do another season of the Gilmore Girls and put that on CBS All Access or whatever. I'm not subscribing to some dumb web TV delivery service.
All right.
Old Joe Juba.
Well, if you have a login I can use, feel free to send it to me.
Okay, I
You
will.
can find my email. I'm just talking to everybody because I know
In
you're not
fact, sign
signing
up
for it.
with Kyle's email.
Yeah, here, my credit card number is 7 something or other. You can guess the
7.
rest.
Kyle got in on the credit card game early.
So this is a bad game, right?
Yeah, it's
But-
not looking very good.
But there are some interesting ideas here.
So often, they should name it after me.
Introducing the concept of
Ooh,
Yeah.
Death is here. I better get to the fat man before he does.
I looked up before we started this segment that the Family Guy MMO, Family Guy Online,
Oh,
was
yeah? Oh,
announced
yeah.
and canceled within a year.
Wait, announced and did it ever?
entered beta, and then 8 months later it was permanently shut down.
Wow.
That's a bad idea. Like, why would you ever make a Family Guy MMO?
There's
can't-
like I'm seeing like character customization screenshots where you make your own Peter Griffin.
But, well, I don't know. I mean,
I can't believe that lasted.
You don't
8
know.
months.
well, wait, like, if,
You know immediately people aren't going to play that game.
if they announce a South Park MMO, I think people would kind of be interested.
No. MMO is like, you got to maintain servers, have like a
Yes.
big
Yeah, I guess-
population of people.
Like,
A comedy MMO is a weird idea. It
Yeah.
seems hard to maintain.
because the appeal of, like, World of Warcraft is like, oh, I can exist in this fantasy world, but, like, Quahog, right? Like, I don't want to hang out in Quahog. As, like, I don't want to role play the idea of, like, living in Rhode Island in this world that consistently doesn't make any
But
sense.
you get to meet Quagmire.
And I also love the idea of like their expansions or content updates just being like new jokes. Like, no, we don't have
Yeah.
dungeons or raids. It's just like, I don't know, here's some jokes we wrote.
We punched up that specific mission.
Yeah, do you like it?
How many
No?
people work
Okay.
here?
Maybe you're supposed to be doing something else?
It says to defeat the orderlies. That's
What about
these
a,
guys, right?
you know what? What about, like, hanging out in Springfield, though? Simpsons MMO.
I love that.
An MMO?
Okay.
No.
Maybe. Like,
An
you
action game?
You just move in on this. What do they live on? Terrace, green.
Evergreen Terrace?
Evergreen Terrace?
You know,
You-
that Simpsons game that came out on PS3 and 360, I think, was underrated.
The EA one, right?
Simpsons
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played like Dance Dance Revolution with God or something.
Yeah,
right?
I played
That's
co-op
good.
with that with a buddy and thoroughly enjoyed
Oh,
it.
here we go.
There was one that was just like interactive Springfield or something on CD-ROM, and you just clicked around
Yeah.
and went from place to place, and little bits happened. And that's all I need from like a TV show game, really.
Don't really need like platforming challenges.
You know what they have too? So for a long time, my wife was playing what Simpsons Tapped Out,
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
which is basically like a Springfield city builder. Like
Yeah.
that's a good adaptation of that license, I think, because you have like a bunch of crazy characters just like walking around your town. You can build it up how you want to. Like, man, now I want a
You
real
can-
version of that.
You
not
can
just
spend microtransactions.
well, yeah, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They have jokes in that game about The Simpsons being irrelevant. and it not mattering as long as they keep like the brand alive.
That's totally hitting it.
Well, the good news is I think they just announced a Family Guy mobile game that's comparable. So Joe, you can download that if you want.
Yeah, okay.
What am I supposed to do here?
I'll play that as soon as I finish Pocket Morty's.
I have played too many of the games we're talking about right now.
Is Pocket Morty's any good, Leo?
It's okay.
Well, it's like Pokemon, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'd rather that.
I had a little bit of fun and I didn't have to spend any money.
Leo.
Tapped Out, though, pretty cruel with its microtransactions.
Yeah.
This game's making me think of something else that wasn't very good. We need
I
to
know
go
just
there.
the thing.
We
Oh,
already
man.
we already
Let's go.
talked about the Cleveland show. Oh, okay.
Let's check it out. Okay, guys, we've never done this before on replay. At least I don't think we have. But we played this game last week, and I couldn't figure it out. And I need your help.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to get past a wall of damn fire.
It seems like you got it under control.
Yeah, you're pretty good at flying there, Reiner.
By the way, we played Escape from Bug Island like twice over the course of 2 weeks, I think. So we've totally done this before. You
Yeah.
liar.
Also, super replays.
All right, throw the egg at the target
Well,
by
watch
pressing
this.
Y.
Watch.
The egg is hatching. We're looking.
Shh. Is this a fire egg? What's going?
Whoa! That dinosaur grew up real
Find
fast.
some food for a little Talarasa.
This
riddle.
game. This is not realistic.
He needs food.
Why did you switch?
Oh,
Why
God.
is E.T. there?
It's a monkey man.
Wait,
No,
have
that's
you-
E.T. with a sun behind his head in the top right corner.
What is this move?
Oh,
I
that
like it's
is.
strafe. I didn't know that.
That totally looks like ET. For a
Right.
second, I thought you just didn't know what a monkey was.
That too.
I think I gotta go back to.
Okay, so you gotta find food, right?
I think right here.
There, that's food. This
you
game
go.
seems super easy.
Who wants? Oh my God! I just
God.
want to go straight.
Have you considered pressing X to give the fruit?
You know how? Have you ever seen like the
Oh!
word green written out, but the color of the text is red, and how it messes with your brain?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting now with the button prompts. Because it's like I'm so used to Xbox controller buttons.
Yeah, when it says X, but it's a yellow button.
Yeah, like that's wrong.
Okay. Aladar, Zini. Oh, it just turned
Right
it
hand
off.
trigger. Right hand trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's the monkey that can strafe.
Strafe and monkey.
But now watch this.
My turn.
So I have a monkey on the dinosaur. We figured out you can go to water here, but there's nothing really to do here.
Don't monkeys pee on things all the time?
They throw poop.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a totally different thing.
I bet they pee on things also, unless they're toilet monkeys.
So here's the firewall. Now you
Okay.
can't go through this.
Can you,
And you can't go up.
There's a
right?
rock over there that's like highlighted.
can you fly over it?
No,
It looked like you like raised in the air.
You know what I hate about this game?
everything.
It's so like realistic in its graphics and serious in its music and stuff. Except when you switch to the monkey, he's like talks and says something funny.
I think that's the.
Everyone knows monkeys have notoriously bad senses of humor.
So I can ram.
They're bad at reading tone.
I think that's the problem with the film this is based on.
Reiner, I'm really having trouble believing you cannot fly over the fire.
So it said group up by
Do
pulling
this.
both
I
triggers
did. They're
together.
grouped up. Look at them.
Well, where's the pterodactyl?
Can you get water and spit it on the fire?
Oh, well done. You can
Oh.
continue on your way.
What?
Collective mode.
Because you've got all three of them.
What?
So you have to hold the triggers at the same time to go together?
No.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Collective mode. You guys are friends. You're all together. You're working together.
Is that
You're
a
a team.
checkpoint? Well, what's this?
Okay. I mean, in Reiner's defense, there is no reason why the fires would magically go
Yeah.
out when a bunch of animals are together.
No. That's why they send firefighters as a group, Joe. When you have three dudes together, the fire goes out.
Fire is notoriously extinguished by the power of friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they don't send just one fire person.
Uh-huh,
It doesn't
then-
work that
Then
way.
why do orphanages burn down in the stories all the time, Kyle?
Oh, fair point.
Hmm.
I can't.
They're
switch-
not friends. They dislike each other.
Yeah.
How do I get back on Dino?
Just jump, monkey jump.
I can't switch characters anymore.
Collective
Monkey jump.
Collective mode.
Well, I think this is more than enough progress.
Pick up the rock and use
Tune
it as a
in
bridge.
next week where we play Chasm Jumping Monkey.
Turn to make a bee pterodactyl.
When we find out that if you press the B button, the chasm fills in with dirt, and then you walk over it.
Oh, there it goes!
This
It's
is
auto jumping like Ocarina of Time.
Oh, this is as good as, if not better than, that game. Can only
Narrow
cross-
parts. Does that mean that one little gap up top he can't go across?
That's like 12 pixels.
He could not make that extra foot, right? There you go.
That is
Perfect.
absurd.
Perfect. Wow.
Wow.
What do you need?
You know what that looks like? Is that someone who was like making this level decided that part was too boring. And it's just
Yeah.
like, here, I'm just going to chop off part of this cliff for some reason.
God, that fire thing is so stupid.
Ready to go.
So, Ryan, are you feeling pretty good? Like, you feeling
I
pretty good
feel
about
a lot
yourself
better
right now?
that
Yeah.
we didn't.
Give a head blow. Is what it said.
It did not say head
It
blow.
said give a head blow. If you're watching on your phone, hit the little 15-second back button, and you'll see
Don't
that it
jump.
said head blow.
Find another
Or just
solution.
Google head and blow and see what
Yeah,
happens.
yes, that's good too.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you want to climb that little vine there? There he goes.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Shoot.
Can he
the
head
big
blow?
rock using? See, doesn't that mess with your brain? The red colored button that says A.
Yeah, that's trippy.
Kyle, we had this conversation already.
I just want to confirm that everyone's on the same page as being upset by it.
You know what's funny is when the monsters are together, or the animals, the fire goes out. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's why the firefighters come as a group. Orphanage.
Welcome to replay.
This is a little too meta for me.
Guys, what did it say? Did I just have to do that?
Give it the old head blow.
Yep. Give it one head blow.
Can you head blow the rock?
Oh, they all. What is this? Throwing stones.
Okay, you've collected some throwing stones and some trout.
You had life crystals too. Those are probably good. It's saying don't go over that, but
But not preventing you from doing so.
Or maybe it's like you can't land on this. Don't land in the toxic sludge. Oh no!
ooh, what a puzzle!
I guess it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
There's a baby crying nearby. All right.
Go amuse it.
How do you amuse it?
Kyle, I mean, you have a kid.
That
How
was
do you
like-
how do you amuse a crying baby?
What do you need?
That was like 6 years ago, man. I don't
Okay,
remember.
You don't remember your favorite ways to amuse your crying child?
No.
What about books?
Oh my God!
They
Where's
hate
the
books.
baby?
I don't hear it.
They try to burn books at that age.
What about fart jokes? Or just fart sounds?
Oh, fart sounds are good.
Oh my God!
There it is.
Give it the old head blow. Can you steal it? You can make faces. Okay.
Escort missions. They're always fun.
yeah.
I'm a stranger. It's probably fine.
The console wars.
Come here, buddy.
Have him jump on your back.
Flea can go into a dive and speed up.
What's up?
Oh, there's a lot of
Wait,
tutorial
it's
happening.
talking about, like, it was referencing your monkey's strafing ability. For some reason.
What was all that about? There was like 5 things that
I know
came
there.
up. Oh, okay.
That's look. Whenever the fire feels like going out, it's gonna go out.
Old fire defense force Kyle over there.
Okay, select a piece of fruit by pressing A, pressing Y. Okay, you got this, dude.
Good.
Now get rid of the lizard.
What lizard?
The baby lizard.
Just do it.
I love that was before you saw the lizard.
There is combat.
Really, it's just like predictive. Like,
Oh my God!
Now get rid of the lizard, who is here, by the way.
it's getting ready to kill you.
It
Here
is.
Head
comes
blow.
the head blow.
See, I told you. You didn't believe me.
Give it.
Head blow
Give it the old head blow.
I need. I'm out of my. No, there's
If
one
you're
more
near
fruit.
the lizard, you can give it a head blow by pressing A.
Yeah.
There's a head blow.
Oh, man.
What a head blow.
you something.
You really got in
Oh.
there.
Someday we're going to do something with those rocks. I just feel it. Someday we're going to interact with them in some way.
Head blow.
Now's the
Head
moment
blow.
to give a head blow.
What did they?
Press on A.
I mean, certainly someone
Tail blow.
thought of the term "give a head
Did
blow."
they say a blow of the tail? I think they did.
Is that a blow tail?
I like the animation.
Theoretically.
What's happening?
Look
There's
for-
like energy being pulled from me.
Where's that fire when you need
Just
it?
head blow it.
To give a head blow, press on A is the funniest tutorial message I've ever seen in my life. The person wrote it and nobody else ever saw it before the game shipped.
I mean, he works for Disney, for Christ's sake, and someone wasn't like, "This is like kind of some sexual innuendo," and also like just bad grammar in
That
general.
person has their dream job.
Did we miss something? Does he need to eat?
Just certainly one of 1,000 tutorials will pop on the screen all at once.
I think Reiner like skipped through them all.
I seriously didn't click anything. They just went by really fast.
Try the pterodactyl.
I can't switch to anything.
Try the monkey.
I can't switch to anything.
All right, this is
Did you
something.
try the pterodactyl?
I've been waiting years to say this because it's said to me in every episode of Replay that I'm on the sticks. Did you try pressing every button?
I'm
Reiner?
hitting everything. Everything.
Did you try the secret buttons?
You've made remarkably little progress in leveling up. For all the effort you've been putting in.
He's got 150.
Maybe I don't do that yet.
Oh wow, you're right. To give a tail
Yeah.
blow.
It's on X. Conversely. Yin and
Press
yang.
on
Okay,
X.
good. You got the. Is that I? In my head, that is
Oh.
the baby lizard grown up and turned on its masters.
How would someone working on a video game have press on? Like,
I don't get the impression whoever worked on this had ever played a game before.
I guess.
I'm getting
For
that
many
impression
reasons.
too. Uh-oh.
Or, I mean, it's also possible that it
Nice.
was maybe English was not.
Oh, maybe. That would make a lot more sense.
Disney
like, wasn't
hadn't
their
made
first...
a lot of English movies.
Oh, thank God, we did it!
Your apprenticeship.
I feel like we never have to see this
Did
again.
we just struggle that much through the basic tutorial level? Is that what this was?
Yeah, but now we're stuck again.
You're heading towards the obelisk.
Once the world opens up, the game really gets better.
Oh, good, they're all gonna die.
Is this based on a movie?
Yeah.
See you later, monkeys.
You guys don't remember
Disney's
this movie?
Dinosaur. I didn't remember it either, Joe.
No.
Yeah, the innovation for Dinosaur was they shot real like forests and jungles, and then they animated a CGI character on top of the real jungles.
Okay.
So it looked like it took place in the real world, sort of.
Cool.
This is a moment.
Whoa, the nuclear tests.
Yeah. Someone sent a nuclear meteor to Earth.
Yeah, Disney filmed it, and then animated CGI talking monkeys on top of it.
This will destroy our civilization, but will make a moderately popular movie.
That will be remembered for years. I remember watching behind the scenes footage of them making the movie, and it was funny because it was just them like outside with a camera pointed at like a little river, and then they would like make a splash happen, and they're like, "All right, we got it.
It seems like a very
That'll be a
relaxing
dinosaur
shoot.
later."
Wait, they
I would
didn't.
like to shoot that.
They didn't even have like Andy Serkis dressed up and stomping around or anything.
No.
like
No,
that?
it was like super early in that kind of technology. So it's just them
you guys want to
filming,
do that again?
shaking
Yeah.
trees and stuff. Like, hopefully this looks good in a couple months. And then the movie came out and
It didn't look good.
it didn't look great.
I skipped that.
I don't know. I was engaged.
Is that so? Those are just scenes from the movie
Yeah.
compressed and put on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is also a scene from the movie. I
Man,
assume.
yeah. R.I.P. Dreamcast, man. It had some real gems on it.
Oh, God.
Like dinosaurs.
Hey, that water looks good.
Dinosaur singular, Joe.
Oh, it's just one. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
even doing
dinosaurs
head blow.
was the Not the Mama show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Completely different thing.
Yeah.
Head blow.
You know what was interesting about the way they made the Dinosaurs TV show is that the dinosaurs were not animated or real. They were just like costumes that humans wore.
Head blow.
So it looked like it was happening in the
Head
real
blow.
world.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
interesting. That's some real. We should add that to IMDb trivia, Leo.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't take any more of this. It's really bad.
All right.
It's
Hold
really,
on,
really
we
bad.
should
But I
real-
feel better that we actually made some progress.
We should also really quickly point out that the woman who plays Lucille Bluth played Fran in Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Wow.
Well done.
Jessica Walters.
That's right.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
that's replay, everyone.
I like that we're ending on our terms, by the way. It's not
Right.
the game.
Head blow.
It's not the
Head blow.
game being like, here's fire. You can't go. Get out of there. We don't want the fire to stop us. See, we're just doing whatever we want.
Yeah.
Take that, dinosaur.
All right, we'll be back in 7 days. Head blow with another episode.
Give a head blow to a loved one.
And this is how that bastard died.
Oh.
See you soon, everyone.